New details about the father and stepmother of little Ahziya Osceola, who was found dead in his Hollywood home. The father is out of jail, the stepmother still behind bars, and now we're taking a closer look at the couple's past run-ins with DCF. Local 10 News crime specialist John Turchin is live now in Fort Lauderdale with the latest. John.
And they've had quite a few dozens over the short 3 years that Ahziya was alive. It's all right here in this confidential packet of papers. As we push in, you will see this is the investigative summary, and it indicates that despite the dozens of complaints and the calls to the abuse hotline, the visits to the hospital and the Osceola's homes, child protection teams found no evidence of child abuse.
Call it what you want, red flags, telltale signs. Regardless, the system appears to have failed Ahziya Osceola, the Native American boy found dead, stuffed in garbage bags inside the laundry room in his Hollywood home.
No child should ever endure this life.
Allegations of abuse, neglect, and abandonment. 27 pages of reports detailing the state's history with Ahziya and his family, most at the hands of the people he trusted most, his father and stepmother and biological mother.
The system's got to take a look in the mirror and say, why are we dealing with another death once again?
Howard Talenfeld is the president of Florida Children First, a statewide group dedicated to fighting for the rights of children who are at risk. Children like Ahziya. Ahziya has multiple bruises on his body. Ahziya has fingerprints and a bruise on the lower side of each side of his jawbone. He has scratches on both sides of his neck, a large bruise and a bump on the right side of his forehead, a knot above his ear, in his hair, and bruises on his left rib cage on his back. Months later, the daycare center Ahziya attended recalled that the boy, quote, several bruises on a weekly basis on his body. But the worst was the notation following a visit to the emergency room at Joe DiMaggio Hospital. Quote, after being evaluated, the doctor has determined that Ahziya has small abrasions in his rectum.
The system has got to ask, what can we do better, and why is this happening?
Well, the father's explanation for all of the bumps, bruises, and abrasions: Ahziya falls all the time. He hits his head and doesn't watch where he's walking. So many more questions, so many more answers, and certainly so many more explanations to come. In downtown Fort Lauderdale, I'm John Turchin.